Are you familiar with Daniel Brown from Harvard, his research on hypnotism?
I know of him, but I don't know specifically his work. Yeah.
He came on the show, and it was one of the most profound episodes ever, because this is one of the world's leading experts in hypnosis. And he says, there's such a thing as a Manchurian candidate. And he stops and he said, I spent 100 hours with Sirhan Sirhan. And I will tell you, as a leading expert in hypnosis, he was hypnotized. We know who did it, where they did it. When I would tap him on the arm twice, he would drop into a crouch and talk about kill points. Like, if anything in my entire career, anyone has been programmed with hypnosis, it was him. And I said, oh my God, they should do a documentary on this. And he looks at me and he goes, they did. And then they deleted my 8 minutes in the documentary and audited my taxes for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
And he was saying this because he has a neurodegenerative condition and was like, my career is amazing. And this is a very, very credible and knowledgeable guy who in his spare time translates 13th century Sanskrit cave meditation manuscripts so they aren't lost to the world. I mean, this is just someone who has no agenda. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, did this just happen on the show? So we know that sometimes people are programmed that way. And I'm interested in making a world where advertisers and politicians in particular cannot program people.
Yeah, but I think they bootstrap off of things that are good. So as I mentioned, the illusory truth effect. There's also what's known as the mere exposure effect. Same idea, except, I present a stimulus to you multiple times, and you're more likely to like it. Yeah. It essentially goes off of this familiarity, this cortical processing. The ease of processing or fluency tends to be associated with things that we like more. You could think of it takes less resources, so we like it more. Perhaps that's, one story behind it. And so, that can be a good thing, as much as it sucks that, oh yeah, now it means I'm going to drink, Coca-Cola over Pepsi. It also, can mean, hey, that person that, I felt a little uncomfortable around, the second time I see them, I feel a little bit warmer and it's more easy to talk to them, I'm less one of these people. I can usually talk to anybody, but, some people, they're not as easily able to and it just takes multiple times over. That my partner's actually like this, where she's not always warm initially, but then, after a few times, even if it's the most mundane conversations, it's like, all right, now she's warmer to, to people. So I think that it's hard to completely remove those things. And yeah, unfortunately, I think we just have to be more aware of them, but, yeah.
There's all sorts of different ways that we can be manipulated. And I think just being more aware, more conscious, having more energy and having less chaos in your system makes it easier to notice. But even then, we all have our vulnerabilities, and that's what happens when you ride around in a human body.